welcome to Flory Models Daily Vlog. Here we are on Friday the 23rd of October 2015 after a very busy week. Really pushed on. Lots of things behind the scenes you guys haven't seen, lots of things in front of you that you have. Obviously we had a fantastic run on the Starfighter, and to be honest I am probably about half an hour away from being completed. So it's a little thing I'll do over the weekend, finish this one off. Literally we've just done the seat. You'll see about some of that when we talk about these in a moment. But we've done the seat, we installed that. I've just got to literally put the mirrors on here, tiny bit of photo etch on the offside, install the actual canopy on, pitot tube, couple of other aerials, and we are done. What can I say? It's been a fantastic build, loved every minute of it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it as well, catching up with it, talking about AK Interactive metal paints. I know I've been banging on about them all week, but I've been getting bombarded by questions by it, so I've been trying to answer the questions as we go and include them in the daily vlog. I can't see a problem with them, apart from the usual thing is they're fragile. That is really my end of the story. What I do like about them, we've said before, is their ease of use. They're far easier to use than anybody else's I've used over the years. You know, they are almost foolproof. Unless you are a complete monkey and go in there really heavy-handed with this stuff, it'll be fine. Just heavy air pressure, high air pressure, heavy coats, it's fine. It's literally, if you just get to that thing of like pushing it right in on it, doesn't particularly like it, but then you wouldn't expect it to. It is like a plating system. It's been an absolutely fantastic build, thoroughly enjoyed it. There's probably going to be another 2 or 3 parts to go on this one before it's actually finished. So next week on Monday, obviously you'll have the next part, which will be part 6. That'll complete obviously all the metallizers, looking at that, talking about it in depth and everything else, and obviously talking about the deckling of it, the wash going on and everything else like that. And then the latter parts will just be bits and pieces, all about basically bringing it together. But generally, as I say, our first proper run with the AK stuff, and it worked an absolute treat. Anyway, Fridays is review day. So what have we got for you? We've had this kit, as you've known, it's been behind my shoulder for the last couple of months. Literally, we've had it here about 4 months now, when it originally was released. Looks absolutely fantastic. It's my next armor build that I'm coming up, be starting in the next few weeks. Absolutely loved it. The kit itself, first time I've looked in the box, so we've done the full review of that one. You can see that one out. It's a quite heavy, it's an in-depth one. It's going to be up later tonight, so if you're watching this vlog now, the chances are this won't be up for a couple of hours because I'm rendering this one after I've done this show, so it is going to be a couple of hours after it. But generally, it's a fantastic kit. It's Meng through and through. We love it. The only thing I don't like about it is the tracks. They look like they're a nightmare just waiting to happen. But apart from that, the rest of the kit is an absolute fantastic. The other thing that's up there now, obviously it ties in very nicely with this build because I've used it a couple of times during the build. We spoke about it in there roughly, but I actually used the wheel weathering set, or the gear weathering set, for doing the cockpit, for weathering that. Absolutely loved it. But also you can see me use it for toning down the seat, toning down photo etch, and obviously we used it on the wheelbase all over that. But this is the AK Interactive weathering set. Now these are actually enamel, and as I point out, it's great for me because I don't use enamels, so you don't have to worry about that thing about them eating in. And that is the only drawback from my technique of using Indian ink, because I use an airbrush cleaner as my medium, as a thinner. If you rub it a little too much, you can agitate and then it will lift the actual acrylic paint off. This stuff doesn't, okay? So although I am slightly eating a little bit of humble pie, I do like them. They do work. Who would have thought I would have gone out and bought one? Yes, you can make these up yourself. Don't be fooled. I'm not saying that these are better. It's just that, as I point out during the review, if you haven't got time to make up your own sort of, you know, weathering sets, things like that, or you want to buy an entire range of oil paints and make up your own and things like that, these are your go-to bottles, and that's how I describe them. And to be honest, I think I'm going to get a few more of these. I'm going to have them on my wall up here. I'll probably have a weathering section down the far end, and I'm going to keep them because it's quite handy to have a wash to hand, you know, and that's what it's all about. I know the limitations of my own wash. Obviously everyone's going to say, oh, you like their washes and Flory Models wash. I get a lot of this. Trust me, my wash is designed for doing this type of work. Worked perfectly well on metal finishes, for doing detail work, for bringing out everything on the external of your actual model like that. Intricate detail work, you're better off going with a thinner medium, a finer. Clay is not going to be the one for that one. This is the way this stuff type of comes in, and you can actually use it then for actually doing detailed, for like pin washes, things like that. This is where this one comes into its own, and it works really well. The reason I like these so much, as I said, is ease of use. I just love the way you open up the bowl, you put your paintbrush in and you go for it, and then you put it away. If you're using other things, you have to slightly adjust them and all things like that. But I've been using them behind the scenes now for the last couple of weeks, and just little bits here and there that I've been working on, and just to get a feel for them, get used to them, and everything else like that. And they are really good. It's nice to have something to go to, just put your hand on it, take it out and go for it. No, I wouldn't be using it for anything bigger than little pin jobs and things like that, but generally down in here for doing wheel wells, stuff like that, it's worked absolutely fantastic, so thoroughly enjoyed it. So that's about it for this week. I'm going to leave you with some of your great work. Sorry I can't put everybody's up this week. The thing is that obviously I didn't do any last week because we were away and we got so many to put up, so all I've done is picked up a random handful and put them up. It's no disrespect to yours if you've put them up and they haven't been seen this week. It's just that we've got lots of them and I haven't got time to literally put a massive one up behind the show, but perhaps I'll include some on next week's shows and everything else like that. So that's about it for me this week, and I'll catch you all on Monday.
Control.